JT and Phillip break it down from kickoff to the final slide. Every snap, every route, every block from the black and gold pride. Who rose up in the trenches? Who vanished when it counted most? They call out the heroes and the gaps, set the record, raise a toast. They map Sundays, filmed in next week's foe. Matchups, schematic stride. Which players inspired hope? Which ones need work to turn the tide? What the team needs, sharper hands, cleaner pass, protection, grit. What the team lacks, depth on key downs, time and lost where yards were split. Coaching choices under the microscope, personnel plans apply. JT and Phillip give the homework, tell Yinzers how we'll ride. Get out your terrible towel and wave it with pride on game day wide. Listen to Steelers Rewind, Sunday prep for the faithful by your side. Yinzers, tomb towels held high. JT and Phillip lead the guide. Sports 5-0, Steelers Rewind. Study the tape, then ride. JT and Phillip break it down from kickoff to the final slide. Every snap, every route, every block from the black and gold pride. Who rose up in the trenches? Who vanished when it counted most? They call out the heroes and the gaps, set the record, raise a toast.
All right. Good evening and welcome back to the Steelers Rewind. We were off last week because of the holiday. I hope everybody had a great holiday. Thanksgiving. I know I ate more than I should have. That's why I've been trying to watch myself today. But first off, what I'm going to show you now is going to make you want to eat and eat and eat. And that is Kiss My Apples Bakery. They're our sponsor today. I'm going to tell you what, you want to talk about the best desserts. I mean, Christmas is coming. If you're looking for the best desserts to bring to your Christmas party, dinner or party, give Taylor a call at 412-419-1054. I'm going to tell you what, she did my oldest daughter's wedding cake. Unbelievable. I got a cheesecake off of her for an earlier podcast, which was phenomenal. And I'm not a big sweets guy, I admit that. I'm more of a meat and potatoes guy, but her stuff, Taylor's stuff, has been phenomenal. There's a cake right there. I'm just showing you guys. That's one of the cakes she has on there. Cake or pie, I don't know what it is, but it looks delicious. I mean, I don't care who you are. You got to get a hold of Taylor, man. She's doing Christmas orders right now. In fact, it's right here. Give her a call. She has a discount deadline 12/6, and then the official deadline's 12/15. If you want to get some cookies or anything you need from her, give her a call. Let her know Sports Bubble pointed you in that direction. Young lady, great talent. I'm telling you that right now. You're not going to go wrong with Taylor at Kiss My Apples. Let us get my friend and partner up here right now. How was your Thanksgiving there, Philip? This is Philip Clark, by the way, everybody. Clark with the E at the end. He's a cool guy. Got the extra letter.
Thanksgiving was great here. We got through the leftovers. No more turkey left. It was delicious. All the sides we had were delicious, and it was a nice time with the family.
Philip, are you a leftovers guy? Do you think I'm a guy who I could sit there and eat cold turkey and cold mashed potatoes and cold corn the next day and not even care about heating it up? Or are you that way, or do you heat it
I
up?
need to nuke it, but I always think that having the leftovers the day after sometimes can be better than whenever you pull the bird out.
I actually agree. I actually think sometimes the adrenaline of the Thanksgiving dinner itself, you overdo it right away. We're like the next day you can actually sit there, get the plate ready the way you want it. You're not fighting with 30 other people to fill up your plate kind of thing. So
Yep.
I agree with you. I'm a definite next guy on there. We talked about two things with talent. We talked about our talent eating turkey. We talked about Taylor's talent with her desserts.
I'm trying to avoid the sweet tooth thing, but that picture you posted of that cake, oh my God.
I'm gonna tell you what, Taylor made us she made me a cheesecake to talk on earlier podcast this year, and I'm not exaggerating when I say I felt it was the most amazing tasting. I love if I do like a sweet, it's cheesecake. I don't know what it is about cheesecake, but
cheesecakes are the best.
I'll kill some cheesecakes. But Philip, let's get into the dirty talk now. 26-7, leading 7-3 at halftime. First off, you agree with this, right? Pittsburgh didn't look great in the first half.
No, they didn't look great at all.
And no. I mean they basically, what was it? Not even a minute and a half. We fumbled the ball. They were recovered it for a touchdown, and from then on it was pretty much over with. Is it safe to say, and I said this in my article, and I've been preaching it now for about a couple of weeks. This team does not need to go 8-9 or 9-8 or whatever they're going to do. They're not going to go any better than 9-8 if they even go that. I mean, I'd be shocked if they even take 1 out of 2 from Baltimore now, especially now that Baltimore lost to Cincy. I think Baltimore is going to be on the prowl, but this team needs to rebuild, man. I mean, this team needs a year where they just blow it up. And I hate to say this, and me and you started this week 1, and we were both Tomlin guys. I mean, we were both guys like, yeah,
not anymore.
Not
anymore.
And I'm telling you what, man, it's 3 Stooges. It's him, Austin, and Arthur Smith got to go in the package, and they got to go. I mean, sooner than later. I mean, I'm actually shocked Terrell Austin didn't get fired when the Steelers, when we woke up today. I mean, honestly, and talk about that. They set a record. Buffalo set a record, man.
How does the Steelers defense let them get away with running the same play, the same run play over and over and over, and they still can't stop him?
Tony Romo was literally telling people before the play, he is going to do that same play. They're going to do that same play. I mean, if Tony Romo can do it, why can't the Steelers make adjustments? I mean, has this team made an adjustment all year, being honest? They
don't make adjustments. That's more than half the problem right there. And I have to say this. If you're Coach Harbaugh, what's your game plan?
Oh, you're going to
give it to Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry should get that ball.
Run the same play that the Bills ran.
He should get no less than 35 carries.
And over. That's all they got to do.
Let's not forget, Baltimore ran for even more yards in a playoff game last year against the Steelers. I mean, as an away game, or they would have been talking about Buffalo trying to break the Derrick Henry record against us because it was a road game, though, not a home game. They were talking about the home. There's no reason why Derrick Henry shouldn't get the ball 35 times, and there's no reason why the Steelers shouldn't play man-to-man and have 8 guys in the box to try to stop that run. But
do they know what that means? Does Terrell Austin know what 8 men in the box means?
I don't know, man. I honestly don't think I've never seen a team stick to their guns the whole game. I mean, look at that. 4th and 2, they stuck to their guns. They handed the ball and went up the middle. I mean, my son, who's not the biggest football fan. He's not like us where he looks at he calls me and goes, Dad, I knew not to run the ball up the middle. I mean, it's just a weird. The play calling is insane. I mean, let's talk about the passing. Like, are they that afraid of our offensive line that they're not even running routes anymore? They're not running routes. They don't run more than 5-yard routes.
Well, it's pretty sad when Kenneth Gainwell is Aaron Rodgers' go-to receiver.
That's true. And Kenneth Gainwell literally probably made the catch of the game because the one that he had the nice screen pass was a horrible throw.
Right.
He caught it down by his ankles.
Right. And he had great yards after catch on that. You know, this is what gets me the most. Why did Darnell Washington only have 3 targets?
Believe me, if they're going to throw the ball short all game long, at least throw the ball short to Darnell Washington.
Right.
You throw it to him for a 2-yard catch. Chances are he's getting about 6 or 7 more because they ain't bringing him down. They don't want to tackle him.
To a good running game.
I mean, I don't understand it. You have him right there.
Yeah, at your disposal. He was on the field almost the entire time. You know, it's not like he's only getting half the snaps. But then again, the Steelers only had so many plays on offense.
Is that your brother Bobby right there?
That is my brother Bobby. Bobby, what's up?
Bobby, we just talked about that run on 4th and 2, man. It's mind-boggling that on a 4th and 2, that big of a part of the game, you have no faith in your quarterback or you have no faith in it's got to be your offensive line, because if you don't think Rodgers can complete a 3-yard pass, I think he's still good enough to do that. Well,
you know, I mean, here, I have the stats up. 18 rushes, 58 yards. Jalen Warren, 10 carries, 35 yards, okay? As long as it was 12. Pittsburgh receiving, only 10 receptions out of 22 targets. And that includes Mason Rudolph and the interception he threw.
Yeah, he was 0 for 3, I believe, with an interception.
Yeah, he was. He was 0 for 3. But here, you know, JT, this is what gets me. The week before, when the Bills played the Houston Texans, number 1, they won that game, okay, 23-19. Number 2, Josh Allen was sacked 8 times. 8 times and lost 70 yards in those 8 sacks.
And we went against
the Buffalo Bills. Their 2 offensive tackles were substitute players.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. We went against their substitute tackles, and they ran for a record high in Pittsburgh, in Heinz Field in Acrisure. I mean, they put up 244 yards rushing. James, don't get me wrong, James Cook's a good running back. He's probably top 5.
He is.
He's top 5 in the NFL. But like you said, off the camera, about how do you not know they're gonna run that play? They ran that same
over and
play.
over and over. And that's what I'm saying with Jim Harbaugh. You know, his coaching staff, they may as well just take the week off. Work half days instead of working their 12-hour, 15-hour days. They can do we'll call it 8 days, or 8 hours in a day that they can game plan, because that's how bad the Steelers team is. Okay. They are awful right now.
Their offense should be set right now. I mean, it's got to be 35 carries for, and the bad thing about that is they got another guy backer who no one really knows too well. His name is Keaton Mitchell, who runs fast as heck. So he's a guy that once we maybe get Derrick Henry in our sights, they got another guy that can just fly around the edge. Yeah, I mean, Baltimore knows what they're doing. Baltimore is a very smart team from the beginning to the end. And that's going back from they draft well. They didn't sit around at the trade deadline. They went out and got a defensive player. Their defense is beaten up this year. They don't stop. That organization does things the right way. They get the talent around Lamar Jackson. They got 3 really good receivers who ain't putting up the numbers this year, because I don't think Jackson's the greatest quarterback throwing the ball. But I mean, that's another thing you got to worry about, man. If they do put 8 in the box, and if I'm Harbaugh right now, I'm working on Lamar Jackson's play action all week, because if you play action to Henry and have Jackson run around the corner with everybody busting in the middle, I mean, they should have some free runs on us, man. I can't see if you ask me to put $100, they get 200 yards rushing or less. I would say they're going to get 200. Man, I'm being dead honest.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, the Steelers are easily going to give up 200 yards rushing against Henry. Henry alone will get 200 yards, just like he did last year. Terrible. So I have a friend who's a massive Bills fan, and he lives in Sao Paulo, Brazil, but he watches every game. And he grew up in Hamburg, New York. He said to me last night, I was pretty surprised by the Bills' defense. They hadn't played that well all year.
I can honestly say that. I mean, if you look at Allen's numbers, though, Allen didn't do much. He didn't have to, though.
He didn't have to. He didn't have to.
But he looked like he was.
Interception.
Yeah, he looked like he was beatable. If we stopped the run game, I don't think. I mean, he's got Brandon Cooks, which is a guy that I thought the Steelers should have signed. Buffalo went out and got him.
Right.
Which Adam Thielen got let go today. I wanted to see if
he's hungry for a job.
He wants to play on somewhere.
Do you think the Steelers will sign him? The guy can still play wide receiver. He's not in his prime anymore, but when he was in his prime, he was ripping it up in Minnesota. Yeah, he was a great receiver for the Vikings. But right now, they don't have a receiver. Even DK Metcalf, where's he? Where's he been? I think he had one catch where he got like maybe 8 or 9 yards after the reception. But there is no passing game. Zero. And I don't care who you put back there. They don't have the receivers. Jonnu Smith, it should have been a touchdown pass. He cut to his right instead of cutting his left and staying in the middle of the field. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers threw it in the middle of the field, thinking that Jonnu Smith was going to cut to his left. That would have been a touchdown catch. Okay. And then just the fact that they're not on the same page. Nobody's on the same page with this team. Nobody. And that's ownership down. Art Rooney II. JT, we have 3 bad ownership groups here in the city of Pittsburgh. I'm not impressed with Art Rooney II in the least bit with what he's done with the Steelers. Okay. And everybody can, nobody talks about that, but it's the truth. Okay. You got Nutting. Nutting's Nutting. We know that story. FSG, the Penguins haven't been in the playoffs since they took ownership, right? But yeah. I know we're talking about the Steelers, and I just don't see Art Rooney II if he cares.
He's spending money. That's the thing that sucks.
But they're spending money on old players. They're spending money. They didn't get a wide receiver.
That's the one thing you have trouble. It's hard to argue football though if they don't care. They're paying a ton of money. They're just paying a ton of money to the wrong people. That ain't Rooney. That's coaching. That's the GM. They're paying.
Well, that's why you got to clean house.
Definitely.
I would say bye-bye Omar Khan. I would say obviously bye-bye coaching staff, everybody.
I actually don't think Omar Khan's doing that bad. I think the last 2-3 drafts have been respectable. I think I know we're still waiting on Broderick Jones. I think he did a good job of getting like the Peyton Wilsons, the Jack Sawyers,
yeah, that's true. I'll retract what I said, maybe, but
I think that Tomlin. I think Tomlin's the one that controls. At the end of the day, controls a lot of the narratives that goes on. Hey, your brother has a good point, and that's true. Jamar Chase had 16 catches against us, and we never made an adjustment. Never made
Cincinnati, right?
That's a perfect thing. We don't make adjustments. Like we made an adjustment before the second game against Cincinnati because he didn't go off on us. But why can't you make that adjustment? It's like almost like is Terrell Austin like locked into one thing he can't change? He doesn't know how to call a play. That's not. I don't get it. I really don't get it.
I think Tomlin's running the entire show. I don't know how much power they have. Both the offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator. I really don't. It's stale. It's stale. Everything is stale with this team. Okay. And they're not doing the right things to make it right. There's only one person on national media this morning. I was watching Good Morning Football. Kyle Brandt said, watch out for the Steelers next week against the Ravens. They're going to come in mad and they're going to win this game. I don't think that's the case. I
wish people would just wake up and just know that this team, I know people in Pittsburgh want them to make the playoffs.
Of course.
But why do you want that? You're going to go 9-8. You're going to pick 18th and 19th. Right now, if the season ended now, we pick 14th. I looked it up today. 14th. If we lose next week, chances are we'll be in that 11-12 spot. Picking 19th or picking 12th is a big difference, man, when it comes to a lot of these prospects that come through. This is going to be I think his draft is going to have a couple quarterbacks at the top, but not nearly like what we thought it was going to have, like 5 or 6 quarterbacks. So, receivers is what we want, and it's a receiving deep draft. I mean, if we don't take a receiver in the first and two of the first 3 rounds, I'd be shocked. I mean, that's how bad our receiving core is right now. Even though I do like the way that I know I just think they haven't thrown the ball to him enough, but if you watch Roman Wilson, he's been open a couple times. He's just not getting the ball thrown to him.
On one was overthrown, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I think he's beating his players. I think he's starting to get used to his routes. I still like Roman Wilson. I like them coming out of college. It's just a tough situation in Pittsburgh. Terry Walker, I got to give you a shout out. Terry's on a bunch of our podcasts. He's a UCLA football fan. So we'll give him a little bit of credit there because that's like being a Pirate.
I have a UCLA hat, man. Terry, maybe I'll wear it next week.
And they announced today that they hired James Madison's coach, Bob Chesney, who's putting up a great season in James Madison.
Yep.
It's a good hire, Terry. These guys didn't go ballistic on like a Lane Kiffin, which I'm so tired of that, seeing them kind of guys getting tons of money and they never really do anything. I mean, we'll get to the playoffs here and there, but I mean, geez, man. I mean, there's like 3 guys that get to the playoffs right now. They get to the championship games, and he's not one of them. But I do like that. And by the way, Sidney Crosby just scored his 2nd goal of the game.
All right, he's up 18 goals this season
against the Flyers too. So it's, people in Philly, they had one of the loudest Sidney sucks chances the game started, and I love it. I love seeing Sidney just go to Philly and do that.
It's the best.
Anybody in that game at all give you any kind of? I mean, do you have any guys you liked in that game?
No. I would have liked Jaylen Warren if he got the ball more. You know, I'm a big Jaylen Warren fan. But only 10 carries. It's not enough. He should have. I said that both Gainwell and Jaylen Warren should have had 15 carries apiece going into this game. Okay. Establish the run game, knowing that you have a very anemic passing game, you know, and these are guys who are capable of getting the holes. And you know, maybe your first carry or 2 might be a yard or 2 yards or whatever, but eventually they're going to get the holes. They're going to be able to exploit, you know, a Buffalo defense that is not the best, but that run game has to be established by the Steelers. Okay. I don't know what they're going to do next week on offense. I have no idea. Baltimore looked terrible on Thursday, on Thanksgiving Day, against Cincinnati. I mean, just this whole the NFL is just it's a mind scratcher. It's a head scratcher.
I mean, it is. It definitely. I mean, who'd have thought the way the Rams have played the last several weeks, the Panthers beat them.
Right.
Who would have thought?
The Panthers are winning games suddenly. The Houston Texans, my brother said, they're hot right now. They've won, I think, 4 in a row now.
Well, you got to watch out for like Houston. Jacksonville's another team that's hot. They got good young defenses, man. Like Steelers got names on defense, man. But I'm gonna tell you what the Steelers defense is. The Steelers defense is a splash every once in a while. It's a splash every once in a while. They have no consistency anywhere.
No.
I mean, TJ Watt is getting abused. He's getting double, triple teamed. He's not. He had. I think he had Josh Allen in his graphs twice yesterday for sacks and just.
But that's why we need blitz packages. You know, we need to be able to have, you know, like there's no creativity on with the defensive game plan. The Dick LeBeau had how many blitz packages? He was like the king of the blitz package. You know, I mean, those defenses dominated, and they didn't win every game, but they at least made their presence felt every single game.
Well, I'm not sure if this is a truth statement I heard, but Cleveland moves Myles Garrett around their line. Like they move him up and down the defensive line. I heard that I heard TJ Watt does not want to be moved. Like he's the one that's saying he doesn't want to be moved. And I don't
Well,
get why he wouldn't want to be moved. Where every you want tackles, guards, even the center. You want each snap to go, oh God, I got Watt now. And then they got to adjust their double team. They got to adjust everything.
if you're
Lining up in the
making
same
40
spot.
million a year, you should be able to adjust. You don't have to play on the left side the entire game. I mean, it'd be nice to see him come from the right every now and then, or put him in the middle, again, like Micah Parsons can play all over the line as an edge rusher, left, right. He even goes in the middle.
Yeah, that's what they need. I mean, they need to move Watt around. They need the offensive line to have to call out different blocking assignments. It's easy right now. They know, hey, the tackle's got the running back on that side, the tight end's coming over. They know where Watt is, so they can set the plays up. I don't get that
game plan against the Steelers. They don't move their players around. They don't have any master blitz packages that they show. They play a lot of zone defense. They should be playing more man to man if they have the personnel to play man to man. Pierre's out. I don't know when he's coming back from his concussion. He's the defensive player I'm high on. Duggar's the other guy I'm high on.
Yeah, Duggar might have been the only guy that could have said played. He played a good game. He had a couple.
He did.
He almost had a couple interceptions. I thought he's always around the ball. The one thing Tony Romo, he impressed me as an announcer last game. He was literally saying what I was thinking. Like the one point he goes, man, you got this guy out there, Darnell Washington. He should be going forward. He should be the center of the offense. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like I've been saying, like, how do you have a 6'8" tight end that nobody can tackle, that has good hands, not have him go 5 yards, box a guy out, and just throw him the ball? And that's, I mean, I do not get why the Steelers do not play to what they have. They don't make any adjustments. You got DK Metcalf is one of the worst route runners in football. Like his contract is absurd. $30 million for DK Metcalf's absurd. TJ Watt at the time, I thought it was a high contract. I like keeping Watt. I don't want Watt to go anywhere, of course, but the money is absurd. Signing Cam Hayward at the time that they did, and they didn't have to. Absurd. They didn't have to give him that money.
Oh, he was crying in his post-game press conference. He's been interviewed by numerous reporters. He said he was kneed in the stomach by Josh Allen. Okay. And I tried going all over Twitter looking for video, and I still haven't seen anything that's compelling to his what he's claiming.
I heard it was 6 minutes ago.
Shut up and play football.
I heard it was 6 minutes ago in the first half, and they said he'd need him when he was getting up. Like instead of, kneeing on the ground and pushing himself up, he need him right in the. That's what I heard. That's what he said. But I mean,
he's a big boy. He can handle a knee.
At that point in the game, though, you don't want to. Everybody knows Josh Allen. You don't piss Josh Allen off.
No.
He's a guy. He's a sleeping. It's like watching Crosby in Philly. Philly fans will never learn. You don't piss Sidney Crosby off.
No.
You don't piss Josh Allen off. Allen even said that in the interview. He goes, "Hey, he said that Cam Hayward's a great defensive player. We're both competitors. We were going at it." And he goes, "You know what? That got me going a little bit." He even said that. I'm like, man, it's like,
yep.
That defense is just the 2 personal fouls again, or unsportsmanlike, whatever.
Stupid penalties. There's always stupid penalties, and you know what? That's a lack of discipline. And where's the discipline come from?
The coaching.
Thank you. And that's not just Tomlin. That's got to come from all the assistants. It's just terrible, stupid.
And by the way, Timothy, I have that note up here. If you followed Sports Bible last year during the draft, because we do a lot of draft stuff, I wanted Jackson Dart. Like I got down to the point where when the draft was going on, I thought it was going to be between Jackson Dart and Shedeur Sanders coming here. And I didn't want Shedeur, but I thought that was I didn't trust Mike Tomlin at the time. I'm like, we're going to take Shedeur. We're going to take Shedeur or Jackson. I like Harmon. Don't get me wrong. I think Harmon has a future. You even heard like the announcers, they say this guy's going to be a stud in the future.
He was out yesterday.
Yeah, and you notice every time we give up a ton of running yards, guess who's not there?
Right.
Harmon. It has nothing to do with I just don't get it though. We have really good linebackers. Like, how do you not? I think we have linebackers that make tackles for the most part. I think we have a decent. I mean, I know Queen got hurt.
Scheme. It's all scheme.
It's got to be, and
It is.
Terrell Austin's lost, and I cannot believe that we're gonna go. The Steelers don't fire coaches during the season. That's part of the problem. So,
well, I have this premonition, and of course I could be dead wrong, but if Tomlin leaves, he's leaving on his own. Okay, and there's gonna be a lot of openings this coming in the offseason. There's gonna be a lot of head coaches getting fired, and all these owners will want Tomlin to be their head coach. You know that his agent's going to be fielding calls left and right.
Well, you talk about premonitions, and the one premonition I always hear when Tomlin is supposed to go somewhere, is Washington, the Commanders. I always hear Washington as a name, and it fits his style. Like, I can't see Tomlin going to like an LA or a Vegas. You know what I mean? I can't.
No,
he doesn't have that person. He doesn't have that persona. I think Washington's a great fit if he was going to go somewhere.
I can see him going to the Giants.
I could see a team like Cleveland just saying F the Steelers, and like, guess what? We're gonna bring in Mike Tomlin, that would add to you want to talk about adding to a rivalry, but Cleveland's a team that just will change their coach on the fly, man. They ain't gonna care.
Right.
But hey, before we go, I want to once again tell people, kiss my apples. It's Taylor. I'm telling you what, man, I'm gonna show this one more time for all you people out there that don't want to eat nothing late because it's too late. Look at that. Look at that, and tell me you're not going to eat something now when we get out of here, because that's an amazing. If that's caramel or peanut butter drizzle there, it just looks phenomenal to me. Because that's like my two favorite things are caramel and peanut butter. Like on anything sweet, if I do something sweet, but I'm telling you right now, guys, you're not going to be let down. If you're a guy who's dating a girl and you're going over to her house for Christmas and you're going to bring something, if you bring over some of Taylor's desserts, your girlfriend's mom is gonna fall in love with you. You're gonna be the man in that family. So take a chance, man. I mean, I'm being honest with you. And her cookies are phenomenal. Like I said, she did my daughter's wedding cake. It was absurdly good. But before we go, Philip,
yeah,
Baltimore, Pittsburgh. Who do you got this week?
I said earlier that the NFL is Jekyll and Hyde. That it's so hard to pick a winner in each game anymore. The way Baltimore looked on Thursday, the way Pittsburgh looked yesterday, I'm picking Baltimore to win this game. I think they're going to win, and I think they're going to win by 10. The spread's 5.5.
I honestly think I forgot to ask you one question I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
We owe Aaron Rodgers nothing, right? I mean, we don't owe him anything. He's probably gonna try to come back again, even though we saw what happened the one time he fell. And when you have a broken wrist, I don't care what you have on your wrist, you cannot. He
has three bones in his wrist that are broken,
and you can't brace yourself. So if he gets sacked on the wrong side, he's gonna be gone, and he's gonna fumble. Yeah. If you're a Steeler team. If you're Rooney right now, even if you don't know who the coaches are going to be next year, do you call down and say, look, let's see Will Howard, man. Let's just see what he can do. Give him a start. Let him start a game. Just see what we're probably going to lose. I mean, at this point, I'm telling people this, and people are going to get, I've already had people yell at me, oh, you're stupid. The Steelers are a better team if they go 6-11. They have a better future if they go 6-11, because picking 8th, 6-11 is like in the 7-8 range. It's a lot better than picking 19th that they're playing a playoff game and losing, and everybody being all like, "Oh, we lost again. We lost." We're not going to beat any of these playoff teams. I know we beat the Colts early in the year. I know we beat the Patriots early in the year. We're not beating the Patriots right now, man. We play the Patriots right now. That's a coach that makes adjustments, man. I mean, we had 2 nice wins. I give it that. We beat the Vikings. I didn't think we beat the Vikings.
How awesome would it be if Mike Vrabel was actually the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers?
That would have been a perfect fit for this town. That guy would have been. He's like a young Bill Cowher. The crowd, the team, the fans, everybody, I think, would have fell for him. He says, "Play Howard to your brother." I agree, Bobby. I think that let Will Howard play out the season. You know,
there's
you ain't
nothing to lose. There's absolutely nothing to lose at this point.
Mason Rudolph's a backup the rest of his career. He ain't going to be jacked either way. He's going to be like,
No.
to me, Mason Rudolph can be a Charlie Batch the rest of his career. Nothing wrong with that. A guy that,
Charlie Batch is better.
Yeah, that's true. But at least Rudolph, for the most part, I mean, last game was a little different. That interception was rough, but for the most part, he comes in, doesn't look totally terrible. But let's see. I got one more here. Who's this? Kevin
Baverso.
Steelers fans need to boycott this team. Don't show up on Monday night versus Miami. Nothing is going to change. They gave up yesterday. Never going to happen. But I'll tell you what, man. Yesterday was the first time I think nationally people were talking about it because the fire Tomlin chant were heard everywhere. It's posted everywhere.
When did you ever think that when they play Renegade that song would get booed?
I mean, 26-7, or what was it at the time? It was 20.
It was. They were already losing. They were going to lose the game already at that point. So
I think people worked. I mean, I know. My buddy at work was like, he was in the kitchen. He said doing something and had the game on behind him, and he heard Renegade getting played, and he looked at his wife and goes, "They're really going to play that?" And it's almost like Sweet Caroline at the Pitt game. Pitt's down 31-7 in the fourth quarter. They played Sweet Caroline still. It's like, come on, man. Like I get it. It's a tradition, but man, it's like enough is enough, man. Well, before we go, here's another good question by your brother. Why did the Steelers get rid of Brian Flores?
Because Brian Flores is too smart for Mike Tomlin. That's why.
2 words, Mike Tomlin. That's exactly right. Tomlin does not want. I'm going to show you something right here. Here is Mike Tomlin's coaching tree.
Yeah,
it's a pencil.
Where are the branches? Where are the leaves?
Nothing, because you know why? He doesn't want anybody there.
Who's
if
smarter
Flores is there right now, the town is screaming for Brian Flores. I mean, oh, come on, bring Flores. Nobody wants Arthur Smith, and he knew that going in. Arthur Smith is not going to be. Arthur Smith's gone. He's gone.
Well, his dad passed away last year, but he was the founder and CEO of FedEx. I thought maybe they just wanted free shipping. The Steelers.
I told my Facebook post yesterday, I said, hey, you know what? Package him up in a big FedEx box and ship him out wherever he wants to go, because
exactly.
The guy and one other question before we go, I don't want to be too much longer, but did you notice, and I think this is a thing, Mike Tomlin is not Mike Tomlin on the sideline anymore.
He looks terrible on the sideline.
He shows no emotion. Like, remember before I never see him argue. I never see him clap or like slap somebody's hand. Like, he just looks like he's literally gone. Like, he's mentally gone.
He has his hands in his jacket pockets.
His head's always down.
And he just stands there. That's all I see.
That's my premonition. I think it's gonna be a mutual. I think it's gonna be a mutual split. I think
he's checked out.
I agree with what you said before. I think there's gonna be enough teams that are out there. Tomlin's gonna ask for a mutual split. He only has he has till 27, so we'll give him a little sweet buyout. He's gonna go. I'm telling you, it's like a team like Washington. He's gonna go to a team that he feels comfortable with. He's gonna give. Who knows? He might be that kind of guy. He's 53 now, I think. They're going to give him total. Maybe he'll go to a team and want total control. Just get it. I think in Pittsburgh, he has quote-unquote total control. We don't.
And that's why I think he'll go to either Washington or New York, because he'll get total control, especially in New York. He'll get total control up there with the Giants.
You know what, Bobby? I posted.
He does. He looks homeless. He does.
I posted the. Let's see if I have it on there. I don't think I do. He looks like Beetlejuice. Like the Beetlejuice he has a beard, like the beard all scraggly looking now. His hair, it just looks disheveled. He looks like there's something more going on than football. Put it that way. I don't know, man. He is not Mike Tomlin. I mean, he still gives his stupid Mike Tomlin quotes after the game, but it is what it is, man. I just think this team needs it. If there's ever a team that's automatically you need to change, it's right now.
By the way, I want you to take a look at the picture of my brother Bobby. He's a CrossFit instructor, and he's in his 70s.
Holy shit.
He's badass.
Bobby, good for you, my man. Bobby, you're probably not going to eat any of this then, huh? You're not going to eat no Kiss My Apples. I can see if you have that body. You have more of a body like this if you eat the Kiss My Apples, but it doesn't matter. It's good, man. You only live once, man. YOLO. But Everybody remember to follow us on www.sportsbible.com, and also on YouTube. Get the YouTube channel, but real close to 100. I want to get to 500, and I have a Hines Ward signed Batman jersey to give. I did not post the draft party today, but there's gonna be an NFL draft party. Bobby, I'd love to have you there. I'd love to meet you guys in person. So come out to the draft party. It'll be a Thursday night. I'm gonna have I'm inviting Philip to be one of the guys up on the thing. He's gonna be my Steeler guy. We're gonna have a guy talking about the draft, like the college stuff. We're gonna have a guy talking about the Steelers. We're gonna have a guy talking about fantasy football. We're gonna have a Pirate guy there to talk a little bit of baseball in between picks. We're gonna have River Hans. We're gonna have a little bit of everything going on. There's a private party, cheap stuff. You have a chance to win some autographed helmets, some jerseys. It's gonna be a fun night. If you're a sports fan, I guarantee you a fun night. So come out to that.
Kuiper has nothing on you, JT. I know that much.
I'm getting there, man. I'm getting there. It takes a while, though, man.
Stuff.
It takes a while. But hey,
Yeah,
Philip,
okay.
thank you, and guys. Thank you so much for everything. I love that you guys were part of this tonight. I love it. So everybody have a great night.
Yep.